Hi, I'm Dave Thomas, Director of Necronomicon, and here we are in Tredegar, South Wales, where a once simple idea of a 2-minute film escalated into a 15-minute feature, which would later be seen by more than 100 people. Here's the story and the making of The Book of the Dead. So it was here in Tredegar I first came up with the idea of Necronomicon. I just got back from America after directing the independent gangster comedy Mob Days. I was bored, I wanted something to do. So after listening to 2 pieces of music by The Prodigy from their album Fat of the Land, the songs were Intro and Break and Enter, and they featured the line, "So, I've decided to take my work back underground to stop it from falling into the wrong hands." That got the old creative juices flowing, and I started to come up with an idea. At first it was just a spooky chiller set in an abandoned house. But after we couldn't get rights to the music, after they wanted £300 per track, which was far from my budget, I decided to brainstorm and come up with something a lot better. So, with an unfeasible idea, we needed to come up with something much better. After looking at the artwork book by H.R. Giger entitled Necronomicon, that's where I got the title, and it sort of evolved from there. We needed to use the book, so we used an old Welsh Bible, which served its purpose great, as it looked around 100 years old, and we just developed props for a mess. So the next thing was to come up with an idea based around the book. I looked on the internet for various rumours about the Necronomicon, came up with a little bit of information, not much, and decided to come up with my own idea. It was supposed to be a rumoured missing page anyway, containing magic spells, so that's where the story evolved from. The next problem was actors. We couldn't get any. Mark graciously accepted going into the lead role, but we needed something else. We needed special effects. That's where blue screen came into play. And because of ingenuity, creativity, and a bit of advice, we used blue screen with just a few blue pieces of paper, some blue tarpaulin, and that's about it really. And with that we created some eye-catching special effects, which is what the movie's now known for. So after getting a brief idea down on paper, all it needed was a twist. And then, after staying awake for 36 hours and writing for 11, I finally came up with the idea of Necronomicon. So the script's done, the storyboard's complete. Now we move on to production. That was a very arduous task. Building sets, 6 hours. More sets, 6 hours, 8 hours. Filming for longer. Let's have a look at some of the behind the scenes footage of Necronomicon.
Again, because you're a good director, you've helped me tremendously because I can't remember lines. I do try, but my mind always goes blank. But thankfully, you had them written up on the walls, so there you are.
Okay, what you're looking at now is the staircase of the building. That is not a set, folks. It is really that grotty.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And also, you've got to be very careful with safety, because it's just 2 of us working here.
Yeah, if you just look at the floor there, lots of
Cables
all over the place, lots of equipment.
Very expensive equipment. That's David's camera there.
Yeah, that's what we're shooting on, mini DV.
Mini DV. Spare wire cables.
Yeah, extension cables. The cables going up around the back of the set there.
Tricks of the trade.
Okay, one of the shots in the film involves the main character, Al. He either, eats some maggots or washes his face with blood, runs to the toilet and is sick. Very inventive shot is to have a point of view shot looking up from the toilet at Mark being sick, right into the lens. How do we do that? Well, what we do is we get a little container, which is like a little trash can here. We put the camera in there, really small camera, so it'll fit nicely. Pad it with toilet paper so it doesn't move around and it's nice cushion. Put it into a bag. And then what we do with this, leave the camera run, and we put it into the actual toilet bowl. What we then do is we get a piece of glass, a sheet of glass, and we put it over the toilet lid, and the actor will then actually vomit onto the glass. It's being filmed up from the toilet, so you're going to get a great shot of the actor being sick, seemingly over the camera.
So yeah, it was difficult. The lighting was a big problem. A bit like the lighting here, really. It was very difficult. Of course, we didn't have anyone to show us how to use the lights, and we didn't have any lights. But we managed to get through. The first opening shot, where Mark's looking through the window, took 3 hours to light, and that was really difficult. Filming was hard. Just imagine, it's just you and an actor. Long hours, building sets, filming, directing, lighting, sound, and every other thing imaginable. Of course, it was a very stressful time. Let's have a look at those times in more behind the scenes footage.
Dave Thomas here for Necronomicon. We're on a exterior outdoor location shoot. It's around 4 o'clock or something. It's just starting to rain. It's incredibly cold. We're doing the quarry scene where the character gets transported to the second location. It is bitterly cold. It's raining a lot. We've got to do this now. Just after the